Buckles on buckles on buckles.
It's your best buckle buddies.
It's your best
It's
buckle
Erin.
friends.
It's your best buckle buddies. Oh no, it's Erin.
And Benny Franks.
And
Nicole. And this is Dude That's Fucked
We thought we'd start the show with our old friend Benny Franks just being weird and creepy.
Yeah.
Talking about buckles, you know.
Out of all the last minute requests and questions, Benny Franks was by far the most requested.
With a landslide.
Yeah.
We got this very, very funny email. I'll just read it really quick because it's very short and very
it's so funny. Yeah.
From Griffin. Finale request. Finale request. For all that is pure in this world, my only request for the final episode is that we get one more appearance from the motherfucker himself, Benny Franks. Please, anything. The people yearn for Benny Franks. Even if each of you picks a random word from Urban Dictionary and reads the definition as the man himself, it will be enough. Oh, we should totally do that.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
One last ode to Benny Franks would balance the national deficit and fix my credit score. Clear my skin. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's such an incredible email.
I know. On a more somber note, while I am a little saddened that you dudes have chosen to end this project, I realize that it would be selfish to ask you to continue past the point where I might be a burden. Thank you for all of the laughs, and more importantly, thank you for all the times you've made me say, what the fuck, under my breath. I'm not crying because it's over. I'm smiling because it happened. Thank you for everything. In Herf's name we pray. Amen. Sincerely, Griffin.
In Herf's name.
Oh my God. So good.
My God. So good. Thank you
Did
for
you
that
find
note.
a good Urban Dictionary?
I found one.
Okay. I'll look for one while you're reading yours.
I'll say, hey, Benny Franks. Hey, I have a word from the Urban Dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
The word is cakeage. Some restaurants charge cakeage if you eat your own cake at the restaurant.
No. Is that real? Or I
Yeah.
mean, I guess it's
Like a corkage fee, but it's
a
cake.
cakeage fee.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Do you have a word?
All right. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. All right. I found one.
Okay.
All right, Benny, are you ready for another Urban Dictionary reading? Oh, yeah. This one is called Buckle Bunny. An individual or pack consisting of at least 2 women that prowl around rodeos in search of buckle-winning cowboys to sleep with. They typically wear short shorts, mini skirts, low-cut tops, painted on jeans, and cowboy boots that resemble the high heel shoe.
I love painted on jeans.
I love being a buckle bunny.
I love being a buckle bunny. I love painted on buckles. I like a naked person covered in painted buckles.
Oh, no. Benny, that's disgusting.
All buckles all the time, I say. Paint a buckle over my butthole. and then I'll tell you, unbuckle me. And that means do the nasty.
Benny. A butthole buckle. Oh, man. Oh, it's like a chastity belt. Is what I'm envisioning.
It's imaginary because it's painted on.
Yeah.
Buckle bunnies. Never knew that was a thing. Good to know.
Yeah.
And Benny Franks is for sure a buckle bunny.
Oh, yeah. Big time. He loves buckles and loves people who have them.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, we just, today's show, we just wanted to, this is the last episode. We just wanted to send it off on a silly note and
real loose.
real loose. Like literally no notes.
No notes. We each have a treat for each other at the end. You might know the tradition. This was also a requested. Someone requested this, but we had
Several
already
people did.
Yeah.
Several people requested.
We'd already because 'tis the season, but we'd already thought about it, and we were like, oh, we already have to do this, so it was good.
Yeah.
Everybody, we're all on the same page. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's mind meld.
Yeah, 100%. We got to do it.
Yeah.
Of course, we're talking about Sinterklaas poems.
Yes. So we will have those at the end, our last ones. And I was looking at some of our Sinterklaas poems past.
Were you?
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so funny. And then I was like very stressed about this one because I was like, it's not as good. And then I was like, it's fine, Nicole. Like it's the pressure of it being the last episode. You know what I mean? And I just let it go. And Pete helped me a little bit, which was good because then it helped me get silly again. Because it was like being really serious. And I was like, ew, this is not good.
Yeah. Like, no, nobody wants this. Yeah.
I don't want this.
I will get a little serious towards the end probably just because I'm gonna like thank people.
Oh, that's fine.
Because I'm thankful.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all very silly and dumb and yeah, I didn't look at any of my old Sinterklaas poems because I didn't want to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had an idea in my head and I like just one track minded it. You know what I mean?
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how it all turns out. Yeah.
I also apologize in advance for all the mouth sounds I'm going to have because I'm drinking, like, I made, like, a fun lemonade drink.
Ooh.
And it's very, like, cloying. You know, lemonade, like, dries out your mouth, so I'm, like, very saliva-y. So there's just, like, some mouth sounds. I apologize.
Yeah, my drink has a good amount of lemon in it, too. Yeah.
It makes me, like, yeah.
It wouldn't be the podcast without mouth sounds. And I'm just struggling with gross allergies right now. Like disgusting. I was just telling Nicole that I have had bloody noses like all throughout the day today.
Yeah, that's gross.
It's
dry. Yeah,
it's so dry. I have my humidifier back in action.
Ooh.
Ugh.
That's reminding me to put lotion on my old hands. Oh my God, know what I watched today?
What?
I don't know. I must have been nostalgic, but also I'm planning like the Jane Club like virtual holiday soiree.
Cute.
And so I was like, oh, what are holiday things? And I thought of I think you might like it.
Oh,
and I watched the video and I was like, this is so bad. I don't know why I'm thinking of that now, but maybe because then I also went to page 7 to that episode and I was like listening to some of it and I was like, oh man, they're really that podcast was very mean-spirited. I was like, oh, they're like really railing into Olivia Newton-John about how like old and sad she is.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and how she could use the work, and then someone's like, "This is work," and that was funny.
Oof. R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P.
That's funny. I love it.
Yeah.
That music video is truly just the cheesiest thing of all time, though.
It's just like, you know how we all knew John Traw was bald, but like no one had seen it yet at that point. Yeah. And then you watch it now and you're just like, literally anything was better than this like cling form hair piece that he's wearing. It's like, oh, you must have thought I'll trick everyone by like wearing a hair piece that's a cropped cut. It's a crop top.
That doesn't even actually look like hair. It looks like some
felt.
Other. Yeah, it looks like like pool table felt.
Yeah, his pool table hat, his pool table hair. It's like, yeah, it's rough, and it's just like it doesn't look right on the back of the neck. There's just so much. And then it's like, you know, I mean, I think we've talked about this, and if you've ever listened to page 7, you've heard this, but like the whole like storyline where like Kelly Preston's there and that's his real life wife, but then it's like this other scenario where he's married to Olivia Newton-John in it, but then his wife's there and also his real children. It's so bizarro.
Listen, I don't know what they're doing.
It looks like it was made in COVID times, and it was not. It was made well before then.
It was made in like the early 2000s or mid 2000s.
Yeah, I think mid.
Ugh. A rough time for everybody all around.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh my God. I saw some friends today. And they're like in town to visit family for the holidays. And they are going to a dinner, like their Thanksgiving dinner with some family. And it's like in-law family is Scientologists. Yeah. And I was like,
wait, how is that allowed? Because they're suppressive people.
I guess you can like have a holiday with a
Oh, true. You can like mingle.
person.
Yeah.
With an SP. I don't know.
But the family,
it's like
their friends shouldn't be there.
It's like extended family. They're their family.
Oh.
It's like a brother-in-law or something.
Oh.
So it's, I don't know. They were
Wild.
like, it's gonna be weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
I want to text him after and be like, what? How was it? Tell me everything.
How was it? Was Xenu there?
Yeah, that was like what they were joking about. They're like, do we leave an empty seat for Xenu? Like,
yeah, you always leave space for Xenu and a wine glass, and also
like Elijah at Passover. Yeah.
Yeah, and also how like let us know about your thetan levels at your reading, because no one can sit down to the table until you've had your thetans cleared.
Yeah. Or at least some like extremely uncomfortable sexual history revealed.
Yes, and they will be recording it for blackmail. Oh God, what a yeah. Pete and I were talking about Scientology recently. Yeah,
it's gonna be weird.
It's weird.
Yeah. So I hope hope everybody's Thanksgiving, by the time this comes out, it will have passed. So
yeah.
I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. And
sure. If that's
holidays,
a holiday you celebrate.
Yeah.
Well, you might not even be in the U.S.
Yeah. You might be like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, who cares? You're like, thanks what? Give who?
Happy Honda Days also.
Yeah, happy Honda Days. That's why we're all here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason for the season. Yeah.
Capitalism.
It's what?
Capitalism.
Yeah. Capitalism's the reason for and also seasonal foods. I wrote I did this like writing retreat on Sunday through the Jane Club, and I wrote like a weird little piece about how I'm horny for holiday treats. And I said I'm wet for wassail. I was so proud. God. I said you could shove one line from it was like, you could shove a cinnamon stick up the butt of a cigarette and I would eat it. I would. I just would. I'd at least try it. Because I'm just like so into all the seasonal flavors right now. It's hard not to be. Everything's like clove and cinnamon and allspice.
It's so delightful. And it finally like got cold here, but then although today it was like 80 degrees.
Yeah.
But I made this seasonal little cocktail for myself. It's gin, the Amalga gin.
Yeah.
Some Prosecco. Some spiced apple cider and pomegranate juice.
And lemon.
And lemon.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you.
How delightful. Well, you know, this time of year, I like spice cider mocktails, like sparkling lime or whatever. And I do. Okay, that Amalga gin is very good if you heat up the cider.
Ooh.
And you put it in. And it's like a hot drink. Because it really brings out the anise.
Okay, I'm going to try that.
Yeah, with the cider. That's like the first time I ever tried it. I tried it in that, and I was like, this is so good.
I'll do that.
Oh, what a treat. Yes, 'tis the season for treats.
I hope everybody's ready, you know? Here we go, another fucking year.
Oh, God. Don't remind me.
I mean, I'm going to just put my head down, power through it like a juggernaut, and... You know, get to the other side.
Yeah, I'm of the mindset now that like each year I'm like good riddance. You know what I mean? I used to be like, ooh, like, oh, the year's coming to an end, like kind of sad. And now I'm like, good, get out of here. I want the next one that's open and full of possibilities. You know what I mean? Like this one is done.
It's more like for me, like time is a construct and I can't be bothered anymore. You know?
To keep track.
Yeah.
I know.
So, I'm not trying to be grinchy. But yeah, planning, yeah.
No, you're not being grinchy.
It's good to have things to look forward to, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I think if it's fun for you, keep it fun, keep it light.
Yeah.
Great. It is going to be fun. Like, we have some good stuff planned, but, like, it's just a lot of work. It's work, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah.
For some people, it's not the best time of year, so.
Yeah, fair.
All right. Well, should we get into some of the stuff that we were going to talk about today?
Yeah. We were, okay, so we did get like, we've had like a Q&A opened on Spotify, and that's where we saw like, oh, do a Sinterklaas poem. And mostly it was just people wishing us well, which was very sweet, and telling us how much they love the podcast, which is so lovely. And then I was going to go back in there and look for questions, and Spotify is like down. The Spotify for podcasters is down. So there's no way to look at what the questions were. I guess I could try one more time, but
I'm trying to log in myself right now.
Okay.
It's literally just like kicking me off though.
Okay, yeah, that's what was happening to me on the mobile app, and then on in the web version, it's like it'll load the page, but then it won't load the actual like submissions. So
yeah,
it is what it is. A bummer. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but we did get got some, you know, fun little notes on Discord. Per usual, Sarah comes through in a clutch.
Oh my God.
With
Bless
some
her heart.
rapid fire questions.
Yes.
Since we've had technical difficulties with our Spotify situation.
Sarah never leaves us hanging. Sarah, even in our very last Patreon Q&A, was like, we can end this. Y'all can end this if you want, but I can also come up with a bunch of questions. Bless you.
Thank you.
Everybody, bless you again.
These allergies. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Or is it consumption?
It's both, probably.
Or is it your whooping cough?
Put me out of my misery.
Yeah. Yeah, but our dudes never leave us hanging. You know what I mean?
No, we got the best dudes.
Yeah, best dudes
of all time. Okay. So let's see what the what do we got here?
What are the best Thanksgiving foods, first of all?
Oh yeah. Okay. I think I'm a big fan of green bean casserole. I didn't used to be. Let's be clear. I did not used to be.
You like the fake one, right? Like everything's like the canned green, or do you like a fresh green bean casserole?
I like a fresh green bean casserole with like Gruyere cheese and you know, all the good stuff.
Oh, okay. I know we've talked about this because I remember the episode where we were talking about cranberry sauce cocktail. Because I think that was the year you and DJ stayed in DC and you had a friend over, like one friend over, and you just made a shit ton of food. So I just love stuffing. I think that's my big thing. Although it fucking gives me heartburn so bad. There's so much salt in it. It's like, and my grandma's recipe also has sausage in it, which is just like a sodium dump, and it's hard. So I'm already, Thanksgiving is just hard as you get older because it's like I can't, like, these foods are not behaving themselves for me.
Yeah, turkey really does not agree with my stomach.
Oh yeah.
I think it is all the salt. I think it is.
Yeah.
Like as we get older, our bodies
Yeah.
are betraying us. Our
Yep.
buttholes are betraying us. Our bodies are betraying us.
Yeah.
All of our esophageal orifices,
Yeah.
all of our sphincters,
Every single sphincter.
really having a hard time staying airtight.
Every single sphincter sounds like a ballad from the 80s.
Oh my God.
Every single sphincter. I don't know.
Oh my God.
All right.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's. I don't like pumpkin pie. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My.
Oh.
I know. I did the thumbs up. And yeah. Zoom really is
Zoom
doing all
got
kinds
ya.
of silly stuff. We had a Friendsgiving on Sunday, and our friend made a cheesecake with Meyer lemon
Ooh.
and Biscoff crust.
Oh my God.
Bitch.
Yeah.
It was the best. I told her, I was like, this is the best cheesecake I've ever had.
Yeah.
It's so simple, so delightful, and just perfect mouthfeel.
Yeah.
And with like a little sour cream, like
creme
and
fraiche.
sugar, creme fraiche on top.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Okay. Pete the other day was like, said something about cheesecake, and then he's like, "Oh, but you don't like cheesecake, right?" And I go, hold on, I don't like gross cheesecake, which like 90% of them are, because if you get cheesecake at like a store or a restaurant, it's usually like soggy, and it's gross. But my Aunt Candy makes the best cheesecake. Like, it is her thing. Everyone, like for a while, family gatherings, like my cousin Melanie would be like, Aunt Candy, you have to make a cheesecake.
Yeah.
Any gathering, it's like there needs to be a cheesecake.
I mean, honestly, like I was like very like ambivalent, agnostic.
Yeah.
Like didn't give a shit about cheesecake until I had this cheesecake.
Yeah.
It is so good. It's Food 52.
Oh, okay.
Has it on their website. That's the recipe that she used. So
amazing.
If anybody wants to try it, that's the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The next question, I know there was like stuff about this recently, but there's gonna be a Mean Girls musical reboot.
Yeah.
Wait, no, there is already a Mean Girls musical.
Yeah, I think.
But then
yeah.
what was? But the reboot. There's a movie now that's being made. That's been made.
It's not out yet though.
No, but I think people were talking about it online the last week or so.
Like it's in post-production or something. And
there was like a trailer, and it was people were like, oh, it's like the baby has been birthed. Like they all work at the school type situation or something. Like it's like all the young people in it are old now.
Huh.
And they're the parents of the kids or something. I don't know. It seemed fake, but I'm guessing it's real. And Sarah acknowledged that she knows where we stand on musicals. But like, how do we feel about it?
I don't feel anything about it. I guess like if like people want to make more art with a perfect piece of art, like great, you know, good for them. I don't know. I don't know how. I kind of am like, it's just that like that thing of like IP being just like done to death, you know?
Yeah. I mean, at least they're making it a musical, and it's like a continuation of the story in a way, it feels, maybe. So that's what it has going for it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't need to keep seeing the same shit remade. There's so many stories that we've yet to see.
Yeah, I think for me it's like I feel pretty maxed out on nostalgia.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I think it's like I feel like it's a very millennial like coded. You know, like to be like we're making this thing and making it new. and
Okay.
fresh or whatever.
You know why we're maxed out, though, is because they've done this so many times now, and it's never as good as the first one, and we can just go watch the first one because everything's online. Like, we don't like, you can keep making new versions of shit, and we can go, ew, this sucked, and go watch the one we liked. Like, and that's where I feel like the pendulum's gonna swing back towards that, where we're all gonna have like backlash.
And I also just think it's like the people that are in charge of making content now are literal millennials, and they're just pushing, like, it's like they're, I don't know, it's just money. So
It's just money.
I think it's gonna, like, all these, like, people are gonna, I don't know, maybe not, because shit's just making a ton of money. Like, this is like what we're instead of like making new shit, like trying to like push ourselves into a renaissance, we're just like going for comfort. And I don't know.
I think it'll all come to an end soon. Is there well, okay, would you like to see an early 2000s movie made as a musical? Like, is there any early 2000s movie that you loved that you think would be?
No.
Okay.
No.
We saw that coming.
What about you?
I don't know. The first movie I just thought of, this is so bad and very problematic, like, for sure. Waiting. Do you remember that movie about all the people that worked at TGI Fridays? I don't know why I just thought of that, but I think that would make a good musical.
No, it totally would. I think.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That would be, because also it's timeless. Like, people still work in restaurants.
Yeah.
People still have shit customers. Like, I feel like that is timeless. Just like
I think you're onto something, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay, I did just.
And you take a movie that, like, was not that great, you know?
Yeah.
Like, definitely problematic, and you like
modernize it.
Yeah. And you make it something that is like that, like, redeems it a little bit. I think that would be good.
Okay.
Good. Something. You really are.
Speaking of reboots, Timothée Chalamet as Willy Wonka. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, there goes my boner. Like, great.
Good. Now we can be on the same page, because I fucking hate that guy. I
don't hate him.
I do. Him and his tiny face need to fuck off, because I am so bored with him. Like, why is he in everything? And then to make him Willy Wonka, he's a baby.
He's gorgeous.
Why
he's
is this
beautiful?
No, his face. No, it's too small for his face. Is all sucked into the middle with too much face on the outside.
I mean, I don't hate his face. I just think, it's
too small.
We don't need it. We don't need
it.
Another Willy Wonka. Like,
it just isn't, like, why?
Hugh
the last
Grant
one
is an
wasn't
Oompa
good.
Loompa.
I
Bitch.
know.
I cannot. That's even worse than all of it. I don't even know what's gonna happen.
The last remake wasn't good anyway. Like, why are we doing this again? We already did a remake and it was not good. And it's not like, I guess the last one wasn't a remake because it's technically, like, slightly different, I guess. No, they're all remakes.
Glass
it's all
elevator.
the same fucking book.
I want the glass elevator. Give me the glass elevator, the sequel, the actual
sequel.
Yeah,
make a sequel.
To Willy Wonka.
Make a sequel. Yeah.
Okay.
Is this like a prequel? I feel like this one's a prequel, which is why it's Timothée Chalamet and he's so young, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
because he's like, I'm gonna be a candy man or whatever he does.
So cringe. So cringe.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. I just don't want it. Don't need it.
Yeah.
Like,
don't have to have it.
I just want Dune. That's all I want.
I didn't even like that.
Just give me sci-fi Timmy.
Nothing is good right now. Okay, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because of the strike, but I don't think so, because movies are made so far in advance that, like, there should be still enough movies coming out right now that we aren't in a drought, which it feels like we are, because this is the time when movies come out.
Yeah, but this is like everything's backlogged, you know? It's like going to be a bottleneck for a while. Everything that was like in post-production or pre-production, like, they're not going to kill anything because it's all Like it was all already in the works, you know.
I know,
or
but
they
they
will kill stuff, but it'll be like the wrong stuff.
yeah.
And like, you know, I'm putting all my hopes and dreams on just like A24, I guess.
Mm.
They always have good shit.
Yeah. I do want to see the Paul Giamatti movie. The Holdovers. It's like a holiday film. That's the thing too, you know, like all these movies that are out right now got no promotion because there was a strike. So it's like you don't even know what's out, but there's not much out anyway. Also, like, and I know they bumped a bunch of stuff into next year because of the strike because they didn't want this problem of not being able to promote it. So there was a bunch of stuff that was supposed to come out in
and
this
it's
time
coming
period.
out in the spring, or like the summer.
It's like, oh my god. But listen,
it's gonna bottleneck for like we're gonna be in a drought for a while. There's gonna be like a slow trickle of like little things coming out that they're like not gonna have budget to like promote very well. Because they're saving it all for later in the year. And
for next year.
It's all fucked. But we'll get back to it. So the important thing is like, you know, the striking workers prevailed.
Yes.
People are getting what they deserve. So
very good. Yes, very good. Well, although I do have some friends like I don't really know them, but they're like acquaintances, but who are saying like they are not voting for these terms. They're not good enough. I saw a very hot take that I'm like siding with, I think. I mean, I don't know too much about all this stuff, but it's like the terms around AI are just not good enough, and everybody's kind of like doing the thing where they're like, well, you know, technology, it's also new, all of this tech that we're talking about, so we'll put in like, we're gonna like do a few protections, but like we're just gonna wait until we know more. And someone I know made this point, like, we did that with streaming services and now we're all fucked, like because you didn't see this becoming what it became, and so none of us got paid for any like,
well, that's the thing,
residuals.
it's like nobody can predict it, so, and it's all gonna change, and it's like nobody knows what the right
put the
thing
protections
is.
in now, and then rework those. Why aren't we protecting the people to begin with, and letting the corporations renegotiate? Why are we letting the corporations have the upper hand and then making the people renegotiate? No, that's not right. It made me so like, I don't know. I was like, oh man, it's interesting because, you know, you're seeing there's just a lot of bullying going on in Hollywood right now with like people and their platforms, and it's like okay.
We're in a really weird time, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
Going into an election year that is going to be real gnarly if we don't vote for the right person.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, can't even talk about that. But anyway, okay. Ben Affleck's back tattoo. Oh, that's very.
Here's a hot take. I don't like it. It's not good.
It's not good. That's how we feel about it. That's a very room temp take, I think.
Yeah. I think we're on the side of the many on that one. But also,
I am a big fan of Ben being back with J-Lo, though.
Same.
Love that. Love that for them. Think they're gonna last?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I think, you know what? I think without the pressure of Hollywood that they used to have when they were a lot younger and way more famous, not that they're not so famous still, but like they were just more in the spotlight, you know, and like, and relying.
Distracted, yeah.
Yeah, and they were relying on Hollywood to like help keep their careers going. But now that they're so well established, their relationship might be open to it evolving into something they weren't thinking it would be, where they're, you know, like maybe they don't live together or whatever, and it's like whatever works for them. I think that's like my hope for them.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a very nice take, I think.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Speaking of
what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Hard
Okay.
agree.
Okay.
I think that's very. I think that's why they're back together in the first place.
Yeah.
Um.
Like they both kind of have separate lives. They have families that they've made,
Mhm.
and so like that takes a lot of their attention. So I feel like they
Yeah.
have to just find what works for them instead of
Yeah.
what they think is expected of them.
Yeah, they're two very much more mature people now.
Yeah.
I hope.
I hope, yeah.
Okay, speaking of true love, Travis and Taylor. How do we feel? I think they're gonna get married.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it's like a super hot and heavy?
I think they're gonna get married. I think they're gonna have children ASAP.
Whoa.
I think that's like where it's going.
Interesting.
I think this time next year Taylor will have a child. Yeah.
Oh my God. How long have they been dating though? Like a few months.
Yeah, like a few months. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really following it too much.
I don't know why I am. I like there's something very charming about them. I don't know. I don't know. I think it might just be their PR teams are fucking
Fire.
Yeah. And they're just getting.
plus.
I mean, I don't know though, because like Travis Kelce's mom is like not a media trained person, and she's like been on the Today Show, and she's like very like
She's
honest.
trained if she's going on the Today Show. She
That's
has some
true.
training.
She has some training.
I think that's the big thing about all this is like it is so heavily being driven
watched.
by PR and so but that's what the magic is. They're making it all feel like it's so of the moment or whatever.
I don't know. I do think there is like some real love and respect for each other.
Yeah.
You know?
It could be both things.
It could be both things, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they have like the same values. I think they have like, I don't know, like he's like a golden retriever and she's like, you know, a goofball too.
Yeah.
But like a more like theater nerd kid. I don't know.
Well, she's
And
a
it's like-
cat.
She's a cat. Yeah. She's a jellicle cat. So.
Oh yeah, she literally is a cat. Yeah.
Yeah, cats and dogs living together. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That's my prediction, though. That's my hot take.
Oh,
and my prediction.
Her performance in that film.
Performances.
First, I fell asleep during it. First of all.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
You said that.
But thinking back on it, and that's like not.
I
that's
feel like
not shade to her. That's like shade to the full movie. It just happened.
I feel like that was like a defense mechanism that your brain was.
It was like shut down,
protecting you from that movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was like disassociation or something.
Yeah, it's like baby, this is not
go
for
to
you.
Sleep. Yeah, it's like go to sleep.
Shh.
Close your eyes. She does like. I wouldn't say she does a British accent, but she is doing one. But it's not a British accent. And to be fair, she's singing, but it's like, it just feels like a lot of hard R. Like it's too hard of R's a lot of times. And I'm like, that's the easiest part. You could make a light R, soft R.
Oh no.
Like an air. Like how would it aren't soft R's British? Oh yeah, how are you, darling? Or whatever.
It's a H sound.
An airy R, I guess.
An airy R.
Yeah, but they're not. They're just like regular American. It's really interesting, but
American R's.
Yeah, it's just full American accent.
Oh no. Dolly Parton's new album. Have you listened?
No, have you?
I haven't heard it either.
Oh.
I'm not. I not because I don't want to.
The rock one.
The rock one.
Yeah. I've heard a
couple. I've heard a couple excerpts.
Yeah.
I've heard "Stairway to Heaven," which is like fantastic. It's
good.
Like I don't think you could really fuck up that song because it's such a great song. You know?
Is it Better or worse than Ann Wilson and Hart's cover at the Kennedy Center Honors?
Oh, I mean, God, that's like one.
That's the best version.
That's the best. It's better than Led Zeppelin's
It's better
version.
than the Led Zeppelin's version, exactly.
Dude, I literally went down a rabbit hole just watching Heart performances from the 70s.
Ugh.
There's a fucking, like, performance they did of Crazy on You that is literally, like, Ann Wilson is just an effortless singer. Like, it's crazy.
I have full body chills because she has like been on my mind this week. I was listening to her. Oh no, I just made balloons go.
Oh, I didn't see it on my side.
It went on our Zoom on my other camera.
Oh, no.
I can't talk with my hands. I need to figure out how to turn that off. She's been on my mind because like today she was in a bunch of my songs on like some playlist that Spotify made for me. And I heard a cover that Hart did in like the 70s that was pretty good. And I just have been like, I just listened to her voice. Oh, and I'm writing my one person show. And I wrote a piece with the song Barracuda, and that's kind of going to be a theme through my show, I think. And so like I've been listening to that song and just like hearing her vocals in it. It's just like, how does one person sound this fucking good? And her voice has not changed. She's not like some other artists, you know, like Blondie, who like totally lost their voice. Like they don't sound the same at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She fucking still wails.
Rips. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Bonnie Raitt when I saw Bonnie Raitt.
Yes. Yeah, my mom just saw her this year and was like,
dude,
she's amazing still.
Like I was just over. I couldn't be any more like starstruck when I saw her perform.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I was like, no fucking way. She's like such a badass and like wailing on the guitar still too.
Yeah. What?
So cool.
What an icon. I wish her career was bigger now. Like she still should be like, we should all be like, wow, she's amazing. Like she should do an album of rock covers, you know?
Totally. Ugh.
What a talent.
Anyway, well, I need to listen to the new Dolly Parton album.
Me too, yeah.
I just haven't had any time. I need to listen to Andre 3000's flute album.
Yeah.
A lot of new music to listen to.
Yeah.
I'll do that over the holidays, I think.
I got to leave the house more so that I can listen to
walk
music.
Around and listen to music.
Yeah.
I know. I've just been not listening to music. I've been listening to like podcasts and stuff.
The weather was so nice for a while and then it got hot again and I was like, I can't even be outside. And so I just haven't been going outside. Although we went to the Huntington Library for my mom's birthday on Saturday and that was really nice. Yeah.
I love Huntington Library.
But my fucking allergies, dude.
Yeah.
The rest of the day I was like, ugh,
God.
I'm not okay.
Yeah, I was in shambles today. Just
God.
My face was so swollen.
Ugh.
All right. Well, should we do our Sinterklaas?
Oh yeah. Or is there any
topics we wish we would have done?
Yeah. Is there any topic that you could think of as like a last question that you would have liked to do?
I would have liked to have done an episode on Jonestown, I think.
Oh yeah.
Because that shit, like, that's like my Roman Empire kind of.
Oh, interesting.
Like I think about it a lot and about like how, like just how it was, how it escalated so insanely, like, and how like Congress people went down there and got shot and like, you know, like it's crazy to me, like that period of time in our history, like that was just like a thing that happened.
Yeah.
And that many people, you know, committed suicide for this person.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Well, everybody wasn't it like sneaky, some of it?
No.
Like kids and stuff. They weren't choosing that.
No, well, you know.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
parents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was
Oof.
bad. It was
That's
really,
heavy.
really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably why we didn't cover it.
That was the only reason we never covered it, is because
Yeah.
it's just so heavy and so it's like beyond fucked up.
Yeah.
And like the details of it are like too much, I think.
Well, and that's the type of stuff that obviously we'd be interested in knowing, but like wouldn't want to talk about because that's not funny, you know? And that was always the trick with some of the heavier or bigger topics. It's like, well, we're not going to sit here and talk about all the details of how tragic this was, because that's not the podcast we make. So
yeah,
it got tricky on some stuff.
Yeah. I wish that I could have figured out a way to like talk about that in a way that was like, can you fucking believe this shit happened? You know?
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. God, there's like so many historical people that I wish we would have talked about and like talked shit on.
Yeah.
Like that woman who was like a huge like abortion like pro-life activist in the 70s. What was her name?
Oh. That
You know
they
who I'm
made Mrs. America based on?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think her name starts with an F. Yeah.
Yeah.
She has
can't
a
remember.
Flaherty or Flyer.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but yeah.
Fleshly or Fleischly or something.
Yeah.
Dude. And Cate Blanchett played her
Mm-hmm.
In Mrs. America, which is a series that's on Hulu. It's like a 1-season series, and it's so... Phyllis Schlafly.
Phyllis Schlafly. Yeah.
That's her name. I knew it would come to me. What a weird name.
You were giving Dumb and Dumber energy on that one.
Yeah, Samsonite.
Slippy, slappy.
Yes, I would have loved to have talked about her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's so many people. This is all. I was thinking, like, did we ever do an episode on Ted Bundy? No, that feels like a big topic that we never really covered. We talked about him, and it may have been like on Patreon.
We talked about how he was an Albany 11 or Albany 10 or whatever.
Oh, so did we do an episode on him? No.
We might have. I don't know.
Or we maybe did like Patreon content on him, because we talked about the series and the film. Remember like when
yes.
Who's his name came out?
Oh, Zac Efron was playing him. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who has a whole different face now. Oh, he's in a movie that looks really good about 3 brothers that wrestle.
Ooh,
it looks really good. It looks,
yeah.
I think it's an A24 film. It's like kind of an indie thing. Anyway, yeah, there's stuff like that, or like we even just last week or 2 weeks ago when Suzanne Summers died, I wanted to do an episode about her, because it's like,
I know,
dude, she was fired from Three's Company because she asked for pay parity for John Ritter.
Yeah,
and they were like, no, fuck you, you're fired.
Yeah.
What? That's and then she went on to create a fucking behemoth with the Thigh Master. So,
yep. Mm-hmm.
And you know, just as we're talking about it, it's just like, wow, I just love being so curious, and this has just been like doing this podcast has been such a fun way to like stay curious and stay learning things.
Totally. Yeah.
Which is so cool, because I wasn't really doing that before the podcast. Like, I was curious and I'd find things, and you know, you go down a little Wikipedia thing here and there, but it wasn't like as active.
Yeah, I couldn't like channel that energy into like a full,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I'd have a bunch of useless information but nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
You know?
And also you'd be like, oh, this is kind of interesting. Do I want to spend this time reading this article, or should I watch this TV show? Like, I always opt for the TV show. So it's even, you know, even now it's like, if the second I'm done with my notes, I'm like, ooh, Gilmore Girls or whatever. It's like
totally. I know. Yep. So it's been a great time. Yeah. And there's just the greatest thing about this podcast is like learning that truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah.
Like, that's why we were never like big on the like, you know, the like supernatural stuff, the like, you know, or the And that's why true crime was hard for us too, because it was too real, and it was hard to be funny about that, I think. In a way that's like not weird. So
well, and I think we always just wanted to have fun and have it be more light and make jokes and like just hang out, like we weren't trying to teach anyone anything. It was always just like a conversation that was informed by some notes.
Yeah. Like do you hear, like, let me tell you about this fucking weird thing I learned about today.
Yeah.
Or like the other day.
Yeah.
That was like the whole point of this podcast for us.
So fun. Yeah.
And to just like hang out and talk shit together.
Yeah. That's the best part.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, should we do our Sinterklaas episodes?
Yeah. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I don't know. You go first.
Okay. Okay. I hope I can. Some of the rhyming gets or I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna apologize for it. Okay.
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 That's the spirit.
Here's my Sinterklaas poem to you for 2023 and the end of our podcast. I sat for 2 hours trying to start an ode to this wonderful thing that has brought us the best dude community and the second butthole of the Sun King. How do I honor a decades-long friendship, one that's longer than Herf's been off grid, but not as long as the weird sex stuff that Sting and Trudy supposedly did? We've been friends so long, it's starting to show, and though our titties have started to droop, I'm staying young thanks to Botox, and you're childlike in that you have croup. What sharded as a...
Oh, sharded.
That's on purpose. What sharded out as a phone call one night on the 405 exploded onto the internet, now a verbal diarrhea archive. Mothman, Pigman, and Sasquatch, though that's just the tip, of the cryptids we've referenced and their weird monster dicks. From cracklin' skin investigators to penultimate dump and hundreds of topics between, my personal fave, somewhere in the middle, when a hot dog bag carried a peen. We've covered it all, everything fucked that we could possibly fit, from disease to thieves to idiotic men and a cult that caused strokes of the clit. Who's to say for either of us what the universe has in store? Ideally for me, it's some kind of show. For you, a new pelvic floor.
A new pelvic flow.
You shan't ever stop making me laugh, especially with your Kenny Rogers impression. It's such a shame we couldn't make this shit show into a paid grown-up profession. Before we end, a nod to the dudes. We owe them many thanks. Without our listeners, we'd never have discovered His Majesty Benny Franks. So here's to you, a non-alc cheers, because now I get heartburn from a margarita. Thanks, Erin, for taking this journey with me, and may it lead us to Casa Bonita. Woo! Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That was great.
Thank you.
Oh,
thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I'm debating on whether I should sing this or not.
Uh-oh.
It's kind of a hard one melody-wise for me though. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, here we go. This is a line for line reimagining of the Frank Sinatra classic My Way.
Oh yeah, that's a hard song.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do the melody. So I'll just read it. Okay. But it is line for line rewritten, most of it.
Amazing.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. And now the end is here, and so we face the final curtain. My dudes, I'll drink this beer. It's not beer, it's champagne, but and we'll laugh at dicks and also merkins. We've talked so much nonsense. We traveled down the internet superhighway and more, much more than this. We did it our way. Cults, we've talked about a few, but then again, too few to mention. We joked a lot about poo-poo. We saw it through with no memory retention. We worked hard on each episode. We were unhinged every Wednesday. And more, much more than this, we did it our way. Yes, there were times I'm sure dudes knew when we talked about things without a clue. But through it all, we talked our shit, did the research, and stuck to the bit. We faced it all, even Mr. Belvedere's ball, and did it our way. We've herfed, we've laughed and cried, we've made it work and made it through. And now, as tears subside, we have to thank you all for listening to DTFU. To think we did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. No, 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 not us. We did it our way. For what is DTFU? What have we got? Without our dudes and each other, we would have not. Not to say the things that are truly wild, and not the words of those who are too mild. Let the record show we talked of buttholes and did it our way.
So good. Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah. So that was it.
Amazing.
And I just have to, I have a thank you list that I must get through. I personally want to thank our wonderful listeners, our sweet, funny, thoughtful internet friends that we've accumulated over the years. Thank you for all the lovely notes you've sent us, and thank you for sharing your stories, your time, your ears with us.
Yeah, your attention.
Your attention, like it's been amazing. I'd like to thank my parents and my brother, who were like my first audience and have always nurtured my weird sensibilities and humor. They have laughed at and cheered both me and Nicole on since we were literal children. So cheers to them. Thanks to DJ, my number one cheerleader and teammate. He supported me in every way imaginable. Like, having two kids is no joke, and like doing anything is hard. So
Yeah.
like, couldn't have done a lot of this without him. I love him a lot, and I can't believe he still actually likes me after all the weird shit that I've told him that we're talking about on this podcast.
He likes weird shit.
That's true. He does.
Yeah.
I'd also like to give a special shout out to my mother-in-law and my bestie Christopher in DC. Thank you both for sending such and like being so encouraging and sending like such encouraging like notes to us. Like over, not just like recently, but like over the years.
Yeah.
Just, like always like being faithful listeners, which is to my chagrin that my mother-in-law is one of our most avid listeners, because oh my God, said some really really interesting things that you shouldn't necessarily say in front of your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you to all the friends and family who've ever listened. And again, thank you to each and every one of you for listening right now, wherever you may be, whenever you may be listening to this. We love doing this so much, like so much. It's been so fun. And of course, last but not least, thank you to my dearest, oldest, and best friend in the whole world, Nicole. You are and will always be my partner in rascality. That's a real word.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I love you so much, and I am the person I am today because I've had you to banter with and share all my secrets and hopes and dreams and insecurities with over the years.
Aww.
I love you.
Aww, I love you. Oh no, the croup.
I was like choke on my spit.
Oh my gosh, yes. I have done some posts and whatnot, I guess. I feel like I've been getting all my emotions out via the written word.
Yes.
Because it's too hard for me to be vulnerable face to face sometimes. So it's,
Fair enough.
yeah, it's hard. But yeah, I'm so grateful for this. I just wouldn't be doing anything I'm doing without this. And it really gave me the confidence to go after my dreams, you know? Like, it's so special what this was. And yeah, I'm so grateful for you and for doing this with me. And letting my silliness kind of like letting my
Let your freak
silliness
flag
have
fly.
space. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's hard, you know? It's so hard to do this, and I think we figured out so early. You know, there were just a few times where we were both feeling too seen, I think, and we were kind of shutting each other down a bit, and we had a conversation early on, and we were like, we can't do this. It won't be funny, and it's making us self-conscious. And I knew for me, I was like, you know, if you don't think I'm funny, it's gonna kill like it's gonna kill this, because I can't be open after that. And you were like, yeah, agreed, like let's be open and let's know that we can always edit something out, but that we need to trust each other and where this is going and support each other. And from that moment, it was so easy and like so fun every time. And it just has been so much fun, and obviously gotten us both through like really fucked up, hard stuff. Yeah, it's just, I was writing in your poem earlier, just like, you are the platonic love of my life. Like, it just is. I don't know. It's just so hard to end this, but so fine, because who cares? Like,
yeah, I know. We're gonna like hang out this weekend probably. So
yeah. I just how we're so lucky that we got to do this, and that our friendship has this like snapshot.
I know. It's really cool.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. There you have
That's
it.
That's all there is. We had to end it. We had to end it like this. I also, thank you to Pete and my mom, and, you know, my sister-in-law and my cousins and my aunt and everyone that was listening and supporting us from the beginning and checking in on us, and my brother and my dad and everyone. Like, it's just been, I can't believe I have so many friends that still listen, and I don't even know.
I know.
Like,
I know. I'll see a friend randomly and they're like, oh my God, like your last episode, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And like, they know what's happening in my life, you know? And I'm like, I don't know. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit. Like, I don't know what's going on with you, but I'm glad you know about like what happened with my butthole last week.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I'm glad you know I had diarrhea from like that weird thing I ate, or like whatever I talked about.
Yeah.
Whatever heinous shit I was like saying into a microphone for years. And that's what my friend Chris was like. He wrote me the sweetest message. He's like, he's like, I feel like we stayed connected.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
All this time, like, I haven't seen him, you know, and IRL in so long, and like, I'm so glad that like I don't know, I've been there in a way. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Wow.
I know.
I didn't think I'd cry so much.
I didn't think I'd cry at all.
I'm such a mess right now.
I'm so naive.
I know.
Yeah.
We
that's
are
fine.
very feely people though, so
We are, yeah. I think I did a really good job of not showing that too much on the podcast.
Yeah, same.
I'm way more of a
mask
crier.
is off, babes. Mask is off.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a major crier.
Oh
I
my
cry all the
God.
time.
I'm so sensitive. I can't even stand it.
You're a raw nerve, babe.
Oh my God. Totally. Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, keep up with us on social media and there's links in the episode, and we're definitely just gonna miss hearing from you all. I'm gonna miss getting just random emails about gross diarrhea stories.
I mean, you could still send them.
True. Yeah,
we'll still read them for sure.
We'll still read them. Yeah, for sure.
If you're like, this crazy thing happened to me and I don't know who I can tell, I just need to like write this story down and tell somebody. Tell us. Write it to us.
We'll always love it.
We'll have our email or whatever.
Yeah.
Open forever, probably.
Or
at least for a while. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's just an email,
Yeah. So, just you don't have to keep that inside. Keep your heinous stories inside. You can send them to us.
Yeah. We'll always take them.
Yeah.
And thank you in advance. And thank you to anyone we may have forgotten. And thank you to our early listeners who gave us confidence, and everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone that's hearing this now, thank you for listening to this and giving us a space.
You guys are excellent. You always have been excellent.
Yeah.
And you will always be excellent. So
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And just stay that way, please.
Yeah.
Stay excellent to yourselves.
And stay excellent to each other.
Yeah. We love you.
Love you. Bye. Buckle up. Don't forget to wear your buckle for safety.
Buckle up for safety. Bye-bye.
Bye. Benny Frank signing off.
Good night. And good luck with those buckles. Bye-bye. Oh, Lord.
I'm going to throw up.